I can't stand the inauthenticity. It has to stop. I tried with you, Meghan, really. You got to pick a lane. You got to stay in it, okay? That's all I'm saying. She suffers from such a rare disorder of being unable to just be a human.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Recording it. Like, why would you record this for any reason? Why would you record this in the hospital? And in case you think that I'm being unfair,
Candace Owens didn't just spill tea. She detonated a bomb so loud even Buckingham Palace must have gasped. She's saying flat out what millions have whispered behind closed doors. Meghan Markle's birth story doesn't add up. And this time, it isn't just tabloid fluff or palace PR spin. It's a whistleblower from inside the hospital, someone who knows how things really work behind those glossy Portland chandeliers. Their words are raw, unfiltered, impossible to stage manage. If what they're saying is true, Meghan's carefully painted story isn't cracked, it's shattered. And here's the kicker. If Archie's birth tale collapses, then what else in the Sussex fairy tale crumbles right along with it?
and then you had this idea with your husband that you should twerk and put up a camera. That's the part that really bothers me. Put up a camera, fixate it, and then both of you start twerking.
Let's hit rewind to Harry's memoir, Spare. He paints it like a dream sequence. Meghan gets 2 epidurals, delivers Archie at Portland Hospital, and then, wait for it, they're back at Frogmore Cottage in just 2 hours. 2 hours. Stop right there. Anyone who's ever been through childbirth or even sat in London traffic knows this is a fairy tale only Marvel could pull off. London traffic eats up an hour on its own. That means Meghan supposedly labored, delivered, recovered, packed, and got discharged all within 60 minutes after 2 epidurals? Please. That's not childbirth. That's a multiverse glitch. And Meghan's interviews, they don't help. She's given 3 completely different excuses for why the press wasn't called. Was it racism? Was it security? Or was it that they did call and no one showed up? Which one is it, Duchess? Pick a lane.
Using a real childhood trauma that Prince Harry suffered from, losing his mother, and she has used it to further harness him to her and their relationship.
Seat number 1, the protocol bombshell. Tradition demands the Queen be told instantly when a royal goes into labor. But according to this insider, Her Majesty wasn't informed. If Meghan really delivered at Portland, that means security broke centuries of royal protocol. So either the palace was asleep at the wheel, or Meghan wasn't at Portland at all. Receipt number 2, the Portland problem. This isn't some crowded NHS ward. It's a luxury retreat with chandeliers, private chefs, and flowers in the halls. But here's the shocking part. It doesn't even have a public emergency department. If anything went wrong, Meghan would have been transferred out. And Harry bragging about spa candles, birthing balls, and tubs while Meghan was a high-risk pregnancy in her late 30s? That sounds less like a medical reality and more like an Instagram wellness retreat.
It is really hard with her and her, I would say, lack of brand clarity.
Receipt number 3, the epidural enigma. Harry claimed Meghan had 2 epidurals. Medical professionals practically rolled their eyes into another dimension. An epidural isn't a Tylenol you pop twice. It's a catheter adjusted as needed. Removing and reinserting during labor is a nightmare scenario almost never done. So either Harry completely misunderstood or the story was dressed up for maximum drama. Receipt number 4, the laughing gas joke. Remember Harry boasting he inhaled all the nitrous oxide meant for Meghan? Cute soundbite, sure. But in reality, those tanks aren't lying around like party balloons. They're supervised and monitored at all times. So what was that story? Truth? Or just another comedy sketch for late night?
She has convinced him he actually believes that Meghan Markle is Princess Diana. So in case you missed it, it turns out Meghan Markle is Princess Diana. That's what she wants you guys.
Receipt number 5, the impossible discharge. Childbirth isn't a drive-through. With epidurals, moms are monitored for at least 24 hours. With C-sections, 3 to 4 days minimum. Yet Harry insists they were home in just 2 hours. That isn't just unlikely, it's medically impossible.
I think she was about 7 months pregnant, and this is when they were still within the royal family. And she said, I was going to kill myself, but I didn't do it because I didn't want you to suffer the same thing that you suffered with your mom. She actually came out and said that she said this.
Naturally, social media pounced like wolves. Twitter flooded with memes of Meghan leaving Portland like it was a Starbucks run. 1 baby, 2 epidurals, hold the paparazzi. TikTok had a field day stitching Harry's chicken run story with Nando's closing hours. Newsflash, Nando's shuts at 11, not 2 a.m. Instagram dragged the secret elevator tale with viral reels mocking janitors shrugging, "This is a hospital, not Hogwarts." The internet laughed because the receipts wobble with every detail.
I have tremendous compassion for any person that is in an emotionally abusive relationship. So emotionally abusive that they have successfully isolated you from your entire family. It's not normal. There is no relationship that you should be in that should isolate you from your entire family.
But here's where laughter stops cold. If Meghan's version of events doesn't match hospital policy, medical science, or royal protocol, we're staring at something far darker than sloppy storytelling. We're talking about the legitimacy of the crown itself. Birth records are the backbone of succession. If the timeline is impossible, if the doctors' names don't check out, if even the queen wasn't informed, then Archie's place in the royal line dangles by a thread. And that isn't just Meghan's scandal. It's a full-blown crisis for the monarchy.
Billionaire friends' mansions, and you pull the honey from the back so that you have fresh honey to bake, to give to gifts to your friends, but also she twerks. I just need one or the other. I need you to twerk. I need Sexy Red. I need Cardi B. Keeps it authentic, you know, or I need you to be Gwyneth Paltrow.
Zoom out for a second. Royals have always leaned on tradition. St. Mary's Hospital, the Lindo Wing photo ops, Diana, Kate, stepping out hours later with babies in arms. Protocols followed to the letter. Meghan's version, she replaced protocols with PR candles instead of charts, chicken runs instead of medical notes. And here's the scary part. If they can blur the truth of something as fundamental as a birth certificate, then what else can be rewritten? Titles, history, the order of succession itself, The monarchy sells itself on stability. But this story? It's a soap opera that makes the crown look shaky, not secure. Let's run it back. 2 epidurals that don't medically make sense, a 2-hour discharge that's impossible, a queen kept out of the loop in defiance of tradition, spa candles during a high-risk pregnancy, secret elevators, late-night chicken runs, vanishing doctors. Maybe each detail seems small on its own, but together they form a fairy tale so fragile it breaks under the weight of scrutiny. Candace Owens called it out, a hospital insider backed it up, and now the public is left asking, was Archie's birth a private miracle or a stage performance for the world? Because in the royal family, shadows don't fade, they spread. So what do you think? Sloppy paperwork, palace spin, or a full-blown cover-up? Drop your theory in the comments. I'll be reading.